The next chapter is about to begin. Join us live every Tuesday and Thursday for brand new episodes of the American Contractor Show. Our mission is to bring you the latest tools, innovations, and knowledge to help you become the most informed contractor in your market. Knowledge is the ultimate power, and we're connecting you with the most knowledgeable minds in our industry. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. American Contractors, I hope you're ready. This one's for you.
This is Larry Bache with the Merlin Law Group, helping policyholders for more than 30 years. If you have a claim or your client has a claim that needs help, please feel free to call the Merlin Law Group because we are the true policyholder advocate.
C3 was eager to help us, and even whenever we weren't giving them work, they were still eager to give advice. The things that they were putting out for the for changing from DMO to RFG and giving that to the industry and not charging anything for it, I thought was really cool. And that's stuff that I, as a contractor, appreciate. I'd recommend C3 to any contractor that's looking for a PA, especially if you're around Colorado. Great guys, man. I'm nothing but happy with the work they've done for us.
Good 2021, everyone. Lee meteorologist John Troquette here for our first forecast video of the new year. Thanks, as always, to our sponsors, C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, our Supplement and Balance Claims, for sponsoring our videos. As always, check them out in the description below if you're watching us here on Facebook. So, weather headlines for today. Again, welcome to 2021, everybody. Hopefully this year will be a little bit brighter for everyone compared to last year. We're returning to our top storms in 2020. We're doing the top 3 for hail and wind this week. The number 1 storm overall for wind will actually appear next week, as well as some honorable mentions. So we're going to go over that. We're also going to kind of recap the list thus far, since it has been a couple weeks since we've been on videos here. And we have a small wind risk in, of all places, Central California near the Sacramento area for later on today as well. So for those of you maybe joining us, how do we did the rankings for top 10 hail and top 10 wind? We didn't combine them. We did separate lists this time around, doing one day at a time, alternating. So tomorrow will be the number 3 wind event. The wind rankings are very heavily weighted upon the total damage cost estimates. And then for hail, there is a variety of things that we use. Since it's more of our bread and butter here, we have the total damage cost, rarity of the event, number of people impacted, repeat hits as well, like we'd already seen. So with that, we're jumping in. So we're going to count down all the way down to number 3 here. So the number 10 storm was the Del Rio event that occurred on April 11th. Had 4-inch hail across the whole city, one of the worst events in Del Rio's history. The number 9 event was actually a series of storms that hit Springfield, Missouri, and Fayetteville, Arkansas on May 4th. We had softball-sized hail in Fayetteville. It was a lot of hail on this day, one of the busiest days of the year for us, and we had over $1 billion in damage with all of these storms combined. Number 8 was the storm that impacted the Dallas-Fort Worth area on April 27th, probably the best storm that impacted Dallas-Fort Worth in 2020. It was over 2-inch hail in a lot of areas that hadn't been impacted in quite some time. And then we had the number 7 storm. This one was in Shreveport area, Louisiana. Hoosier City looks like it had the worst hail on April 24th. High wind-driven softball with near 80-mile-an-hour winds. And the big thing that kept this from being higher up on the list is the fact that it didn't go through Shreveport itself. It went to just north of there with some very damaging hail as well. Those are 5-star map. Number 6 storm was the Jefferson City event that happened on March 27th. They had 3-inch hail impacting a lot of Jefferson City, doing over $3 million in damage in Jefferson City. Probably even more than that now. The number was a little bit on the lower side from earlier in the storm. This one was very impressive because it really impacted the one smaller city of Jefferson City, and honestly, it would have been an even more impactful storm had it been St. Louis or Kansas City versus Jefferson City. Number 5 ended up being one of the many storms that impacted Rapid City. This was on July 10th. This one had the biggest hail, up to 3-inch hail from the majority of Rapid City. And again, they had 5 storms hit Rapid City in 2020. They were the hot spot for sure in the United States for hail this year. And then number 4, the last one we did before our break, was the Lubbock Storm on May 20th. And this is after having 2019 when they had 12 impacts. I think they had quite a few in Lubbock in 2020. This was the most impactful one with tennis ball size hail in the majority of the city, even over by Texas Tech. 3-inch hail hit a lot of the southern part of the city where they've been impacted many times over the last handful of years. So with that, going to number 3. What was the number 3 storm? This is probably a personal favorite from 2020 just because it was very strange. We had May 21st in San Angelo, Texas, a storm that moved very slowly, only a couple miles an hour, but dropped consistent softball-sized hail for the majority of the city of San Angelo, where it fell for over 40 to 45 minutes of hail ranging from 2 inches to softball size and diameter, did a ton of damage, and it was the worst storm that San Angelo, Texas had seen since 1995. A really, really intense storm, and then just some pictures here. I know I didn't have any pictures on the other ones, but overall widespread impacts, lots and lots and lots of major hail falling just for 40 to 45 minutes. And usually you get a hailstorm that has really big hail like this, and the hail is really big for a few minutes, does a lot of damage, and then moves on. This one, it just sat in the same spot, kept redeveloping, maintaining its strength here in the strong May heat here in Texas. So that caused a lot of softball-sized hail. Quite the storm, and we got 2 more to go here. So check out for the rest of this week. We will finish the hail list this week, and the wind list will end next week. So, hail forecast today, nothing really exciting going on. January 4th. I'm skipping ahead months here. I'm getting ready for springtime, obviously, because here, January is the quietest month of the year for hail, so we have nothing to really look forward to for hail here today. We do have a small wind risk in all places, Central California. We have a storm system coming on shore. Actually might be the next snow event for a lot of the United States here in the coming days. Could see some gusts upwards of 60 miles an hour from Sacramento to Redding here across Central California. Again, these will probably wind down pretty quickly into the evening hours. You can see here on the future radar, a couple storms cycling through here this afternoon. Probably by the time dinner time rolls around, not going to be anything really to talk about. 1, maybe 2 reports of high wind gusts. That's really all we're expecting out of this. And that's all we have to look forward to over the next couple of days. Nothing expected at all in the United States tomorrow or Wednesday as well. So that's all we really have for you today. Check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Make sure you hit see first on Facebook or whatever crazy thing the algorithm is doing now in this new year so you don't miss any of our posts. And as always, you can give us a call, 855-334-4245. Get the new year started right by checking out Hail Trace and seeing what we have. Get you guys ready for 2021 storm season. Email us as well, info@hailtrace.com. And visit our website at hailtrace.com. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you again tomorrow at 12 p.m. when we talk about the number 3 wind event from 2020. Have a great day, everybody.